What up, heroes? Thanks once again for I don't have my glasses. I just realized that I don't have a pair of me on this trip. Anyway, thanks once again for tuning in. Hang out with your nerdy friend. It's Bree, aka Nerdy, and as you can tell in the title of the video, I'm working on a video game.
Oops, there goes another rubber tree.
Oops, there goes another rubber tree.
Now I came to rock. I came to move the crowd. I came to scream it out.
But you know, to be honest, if you were already a subscriber, you would have known this. Or follow me on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram. Nerdy's Art Lab. Nerdy's Art Lab. Sorry. On Instagram. Go do it. Anyway, before we go on video game. Alright, here's the concept of it. So, real quick, we're going to switch to that nice filter. So go ahead and switch to that nice filter, Bree. Thank you. So, I know you like that filter. It's sexy. I made it myself in Photoshop. And you know I hate Photoshop. If you didn't know, now you know, alright? Anyway, so what the game premise is I am creating a AR or augmented reality game that we will be able to play with our friends on tables. Now, I'm not telling you the full premise behind it because people just, you know, they admire your work sometimes so much, they try to take it for themselves. And I can't have that because I've been putting some work in on this. So as you can see, I've been drawing some things, right? Doing a lot of sketches. For the people that are artists and, you know, the people trying to make a business, trying to make a company, and it's just you for right now, like it is just me. This is kind of my more important phase. Drawing everything. Believe it or not, I drew everything first, and then I was kind of working on the story in that moment. It was very different and interesting, only because, you know, each character is very different. As you can see, I'll just kind of explain some different things in there. I said different like 4 times. We're gonna drop this. All right, go ahead, start rolling footage. Enjoy. I'm gonna explain my process for how I'm creating my video game, or how I came up with the character starting now. All right, first off, I know you're like, why is it nighttime? Why do you have the glasses on? And why is your shirt so awesome? 1, shirt's so awesome because Dave bought it from me, my old truck driver. 2, actually had the glasses. Apparently, your boy never actually really leaves anywhere without the glasses. And 3, it's nighttime because it's hours later because the camera died and I had to charge the battery. And I'm in Russia right now. Actually, no, I'm in Kazakhstan, in Astana right now. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this character design, what's going on with it, and why it looks so fresh and amazing, and what I was thinking as I was designing this. And I'm going to tell you about the video game that I'm making in the meantime. So let's go. Alright, so as you can see, I am drawing sketches right now. I'm drawing a variety of concepts of what Lioneye, one of the main characters, is going to look like. Essentially, like my original idea for him was for him to have this kind of weapon that is like an omni tool. It's like an omni grip, and whatever he thought of, it could turn into like a bow, a sword, an axe, anything like this. And then halfway through, I was like, you know what? It's too cheesy. I don't like it. All right, I already had given him like a robotic arm, and then he's gonna have like a special weapon. Because anytime you're doing story or character design, if you don't know this, whenever you have a character, the hero usually has to have a weapon that no one else can use, right? So it's like their special ability, their special power, something like this. In mine, that was his arm. So instead, I just made his arm this thing that allows him to produce his weapon. As you see in the drawings, he kind of has this like lion backpack because his theme is kind of more India, Africa hybrid. There's a whole backstory behind that. I'll explain it in a later video. But that's kind of where I was going when I was designing him. And then if you also see in this little silhouette pose where he's kind of standing, I was playing a lot of Destiny 2. I love Cade 6, RIP. But I wanted him to kind of have this kind of loner slash Texas, like a lone gunner type of feel, and slash archer. So that's kind of the theme and the design thinking I was going through when I was designing Lioneye. Now, this next scene that you're kind of looking at right here, this is Green. I don't have a name for her yet. What Green is, she is a character from kind of Amazon Native American mixture, and then in her area, obviously there's a lot of trees, there's a lot of green, so that's why she's called Green, right? I wanted her to have this kind of theme between using Native American themes with the Amazon colors of the forest. So like really kind of like an owl, like a Native American hint with probably some wolves or some bears. I know it's kind of really cliche, but I decided it could look cool for what I was trying to do with her, since her kind of backstory is that she's kind of like a assassin slash mage, and I think I could have like her outfit would just be really dope for what I'm trying to do with it and how I'm trying to appeal for the character. So that's where my design thinking is for that. I know a lot of you are like, well, you know, you're not really telling a lot. What's the story? If you want, I will explain more of the story. Like leave a message down below. Like, please just let's give a whole video just on the backstory. I promise you I will do this. But until then, you guys are just gonna have to sit and enjoy and then speculate what's gonna happen, because I can't ruin it just yet, because I'm still making the whole story here, people. All right, it's getting real. So that's kind of what's happening. What you're seeing right here is actually me doing the inks for Lion Eye in the backpack. You probably see it a lot of times where I'll draw like a really rough sketch and then I'll go back over with like a black ink and then I'll fill in the colors. For some reason, my brain likes this kind of animated comic book look. I know, right? You would have never guessed. But it really helps me design. That's how I create characters. I usually do like a rough kind of fill out for them, and then I'll hit them with some black ink on the outside, give them that kind of comic-esque feel, and then I hit them with the colors. Just because for me, it really helps me kind of get into the character and really figure out what's going on. And then also, it kind of allows me to still have a little bit of fun time, like playing and redesigning some aspects of each character. Like right now, you see me drawing Green once again, and her kind of more mystic mage look. The first version of it was kind of cheesy. I didn't really like it. This version of it, like you're seeing right now, her first kind of ink out, it was also very cheesy. I didn't like it either. I purposely keep this parts in the video, one, to make it longer so you guys can enjoy a long video, but two, to show you like my whole thought process as you see me kind of figure out what I want her to look like, how she's going to be designed, what's her kind of body feel, what is her attitude that you're picking up in there. And those are things that I think of when I'm drawing and when I'm doing these ink overs again. But also, I really wanted her to have like these really bright colors underneath her kind of like assassin-like cloak and maze-like cloak. But also, I might change her face up, because kind of right now she looks like Kane from WWE, and that looks kind of weird, right? I want her to kind of have this owl look from like the Batman, you know, like Owlman, or the Court of Owls, I think it was. I always thought that was like a really cool concept, and I thought it would have been cool to apply to here, but in a different term. So that's kind of where my inspiration from her look kind of came from, and then I evolved on it to make it what it is now. So that's the whole thought process for Lion Eye and Green, or Lion Eye's other code name is actually Yellow, because I wanted to have a yellow, green, red, and blue character similar to what you saw in the old school Gauntlet, right? So with that, here's Red. His design actually already had, if you looked on my Instagram, which you should go follow the Instagram, alright? Just go do it for yourself. If you follow Instagram, then you saw his character design up there a long time ago. Right now, I'm just kind of re-cleaning it up. I'm kind of wanting to give him like this Buddhist monk slash samurai type feel. The giant beads are like healing beads, because he's a healer slash tank. And I kind of want to have those like be like the monk beads. I don't know where I was going with it, but I really like the design. I thought it was really cool. I have a cool idea how he's going to use them, kind of with some behind parts. But you know, we're just going to keep moving with that. But I think his character is going to be really cool. I already have a cool little backstory about him being like this king that uses dragons, and it's a whole thing. You'll just have to bear with me, or really, like I said, leave a comment down below asking me to tell you the story, and I will. Now, for Blue, she's the knight, all right? She's kind of like Ireland meets Europe and UK, kind of in this mixture. And so her people are like irons and knights, right? This is how they represent, but how do you make that kind of techie, right? So this is where her character design comes from. I didn't want her to be strong. I didn't want to keep rocking with this was Wonder Woman thing that everybody's rocking lately. I just thought it was kind of overplayed, so I kind of wanted her to be like this, but not be like this. I also wanted her to, instead of using like a traditional shield, I wanted her to use like a force field shield. I think it looks really cool, so that's where I was kind of thinking with that. But also, I still wanted her to have these elements of being a knight warrior. So this is why she still has a strap on the back for her sword. even though her shoulder blade has like a kind of like a force field shield, like the shield is still on one side and the sword's in the other hand. Very kind of traditional, but hybrid in the still that it is. So that's where her design was coming from. I'm kind of lightly going over all this because this is the game that Bree is making. It has finally come from the point of where I was thinking of it and had that really great concept to the squad's all here. You can see the squad is all here. All right. I am working on their character sheets right now. I already have a couple friends that are going to be helping me trying to get this all modeled and designed up. Obviously, you can tell, as always, I am on the road. I am traveling for Full Sail. But I'm still working on the dream because this is important. This is what a lot of people, a lot of artists kind of run into. You know, we always keep making excuses that we don't do really great stuff because we don't have the time. I'm literally traveling for work. I've been gone. I'm going to be gone for a month and a half. I'm in Astana in Kazakhstan. I'm in a hotel. I'm still working on work. My laptop's right here. That's why I got that nice light, like rim light going. You're welcome. But it's still very important for me. So a lot of the characters that you see, I know some of you were requesting that I actually record myself drawing on the iPad. I can't really because a lot of times I'm drawing on the airplane flying from one destination to the next destination. And that's where I find my in-between time for drawing. So, you know, from this a guy trying to make a video game to make it to the next progress, so hopefully one day you guys are looking at this in the future and you're like, man, he was like really grinding. Like, this is what it looks like, right? Working one job, have a kid on the way, still trying to get the video game company started, and still making YouTube videos. And I'm still here daily doing the grind because the grind is important, because your dreams are important and you got to just keep going for them until you can't go for them no more. And luckily I got some time, all right? So we're gonna be working on them. So with that said, people, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think that the game is about. I really like to hear what you guys think the game is about. And then maybe when I do the kind of reveal video, I'll tell you this. Also, I'm gonna be dropping another video tomorrow, all right? It's the Africa video that's going to catch me up on my travels through Africa for the vlog. But then also on top of that, hopefully when I have some time, I can re-edit for here being in Russia for this little bit. Russia, Kazakhstan, Russia, Moscow, St. Pete, which is the same, is still Russia. Then Astana, then Almaty, and then Baku. But I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't record in Baku, so we're just gonna kind of count that one out. But I'll do it all for you people. Anyway, I love you. Thank you again for tuning in. Hang out with your nerdy friend. It's Bree, aka Nerdy. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, hit that little subscribe button. Join the Justice Friends. All right, we're out here. All right, I'm going to produce a game for you guys that you're gonna be so happy to be like, I followed him on YouTube before anybody else. You're gonna be able to brag about it. Just hit the button now. Just go ahead and brag about it. Hit that. Yeah, there you go. Good job. I appreciate you. Anyway, I love you. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Have a great month if you're watching this. Whenever you're watching this, have a great time. Stay true to yourself. Love what you do. And above all, stay nerdy, people. I love you. I'll catch you later. And that is it for now. Keep doing it for justice, people.
Now I came to rock. I came to move the crowd.